Well, there it is, guys. There is my local Just Tires. Today we are taking the Envoy in for a front end alignment. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my 2004 GMC Envoy. In my last update video, you remember I mentioned that my tires are wearing really bad on the inside of both the passenger and driver's side. So I decided to make an appointment at my local Just Tires, and we're going to see if they can handle, or see if they can take care of the front end alignment. But I actually see, and I know you can't see it, but there is a Trailblazer over there in the parking lot that I'm presuming is one of the employees. So I'm hopeful that you know, they know how to work on this platform. So anyway, let's go see, let's go get checked in and get this thing aligned. Alright guys, so the car was in and out in about 45 minutes. Took them a little bit to get it back in the bay, but once I got it back there, it only took about 45 minutes to get done. So I was a little nervous when they brought it back in 45 minutes. But I've got the sheets here. I've got the I guess the diagnostics, the readings from the alignment rack. So we'll go over those here in just a minute. I want to show you guys. I was actually mistaken, or I was wrong. I thought it was the camber, when in fact the misalignment was the toe adjustment. So I'll show you those numbers here in a minute. But so that alignment cost me, they were running a $10 off special today, and so all, you know, taxes and everything out the door was like $108, $109, we'll call it. So that wasn't terribly bad for a front end alignment. However, and again, I'll show you this paperwork here in just a minute once we get back to the house, but they could not adjust the camber. The camber on the driver's side was off just a little bit, and they were not able to adjust it because they did not have the proper tools to do the work. Okay, so we're back in the driveway now, and I just wanted to show you the passenger side tire here to show you what it was doing, or you know, what the problem was, what the symptom of a misalignment on my particular tire. And I apologize for the shadows, but as you can see, the outside tread all the way to the center tread is fine. It's not until you get to this innermost tread section that is almost just worn down, slick. And you know, you got to keep an eye on your tires. I was admittedly kind of neglectful of my tires to rotate them, keeping air in them and everything, but this is what it looked like. So hopefully the alignment will take care of that. Let's go take a look at the driver's side tire. That one is not as bad. So you can see the driver's side tire is wearing a little bit on the inside here, but it is certainly not as bad as the passenger side. Now, I see something going on in here that I do not like. Looks like my either my bellow has ripped, or those guys just didn't put it back on properly. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I don't think that bellow, oh no, yeah, I don't think that bellow ripped. It looks like it's still got the lip on it. Just looks like it slipped off of the little zip tie I've got back there. So I'm gonna have to get that thing put back together so it just keeps the dust out. I'm gonna check on this passenger side too, and of course I can't see it, but no, that one looks fine. That one looks fine. Okay, and let's see if I can get you guys in there. There's that one. So that one looks good. It is just that driver's side bellow that has come off. So we're gonna have to get that fixed. But anyway, let's take a look at this paperwork now. All right, guys, so there is the paperwork, and we're going to dive into that. But before we do, guys, I'm just beside myself because I want to introduce you guys to the newest mechanic in the family. Meet baby Nash. This is our little bundle of joy, 2 weeks old tomorrow, actually. And before too long, he's going to be helping me out here in the garage, changing oil and doing all the repairs. And hopefully one day I'll be able to pass my knowledge of working on cars onto him and my other son. So guys, if for nothing else, go ahead and hit that like button, smash that like button for baby Nash here, and let's get into these numbers. Alright guys, so let's take a look at these numbers here from the tire shop. I just had them do a front end alignment. So these numbers up top here are the before, or as I brought the car into them. And you can see we've got several numbers in green. Those are all good. My caster on both sides is good. The camber on the passenger side is good. Camber on the driver's side was a little bit out of spec by about a degree. I'll talk a little bit more about the camber here in just a second. And then the toe, you see the toe on the passenger side was about a half a degree inward, and then on the driver's side was about minus 0.4 degrees outward. And then of course my steering was off by negative almost a half a degree. And so the biggest problem here for my car was the toe adjustments. Looks like they were both well, the passenger side was towed in, and then the driver's side was towed out. Now, for the camber, you see they've got this note here, need special tools kit to adjust. Now, this is what I was talking about in my previous video about alignment shops, maybe not being able to adjust the camber on these cars. Like I said before, the camber and caster on these cars is adjusted by loosening the lower control arm, which is held on by 3 bolts, and then you adjust it once it's loose, and then it's an iterative process, and then once everything is in spec, then you tighten it back up. Now, there are specialty tools that the alignment shop needs to have, well, maybe not necessarily needs to have, but should have to do it properly. And according to that note right there, they did not have the specialty tools, so they could not adjust the camber on my car. All right, and then so after the guys put my car on the alignment rack and then they got everything adjusted, you can see here everything with the exception of the driver's side camber is now within spec. So the steering is right at 0, that is bang on. Camber, caster, toe on the passenger side is good, and then the caster and toe on the driver's side is good as well. Hey folks, hope y'all are having a great day. So I am back here at, where are we at? There we go. Back here at Just Tires day 2 to try and get my alignment fixed. Really, it was the camber that was given the problems. And so I just wanted to say, I wanted to give a shout out to the store manager at this store, because what had happened was, if you remember from earlier in the video, my first attempt at getting the alignment fixed, the technicians told me that they could not adjust the camber and caster because they did not have the specialty tools. So I went on Google and just posted a brief review on this Just Tires website on Google, and I gave them a 3-star review. I had to give them some credit, because they made an attempt and they were able to adjust the toe and get that all dialed in, but just not the camber. So I just left a 3-star review, saying if you guys had a GMC, Envoy, Trailblazer, whatever, you may want to find a different shop. So, and didn't think anything of it. And then, really within the hour of posting that review, the store manager of this Just Tires actually called me personally, and I was a little surprised. I was really surprised that, not only do they actually read those reviews, but he actually reached out to me just to understand what my concerns or issues were with the service they gave me yesterday. And so the result was he invited me back today. He told me they had some availability, and if I could get the car in within the hour or whatever it was, they could get me right in and get it taken care of. So that is exactly what I did, and I brought it back here this morning. They got me right in, and they actually invited me back to the bay. I actually have my son with me today, so we couldn't actually go in the bay, but we were hanging out around the garage door, the second one right there. That's where my truck is. And I was watching them, you know, do the alignment and everything. And the technician came out and talked with me for a little bit, told me what he was doing, how the alignment was coming. So all in all, guys, Just Tires here actually went a step, or they went above and beyond to take care of me, to get my alignment right. And so for that, I've got to give them a big thumbs up. You know, they, like I said, really went above and beyond. I was not expecting a call from the manager, and, you know, let alone inviting me back to want to make it right. But all that said, they took care of me. My car is now aligned. Now I've got to get my tires rotated because the inner side of the tire was wearing out pretty bad. So I want to put those on the back of the car so we can get a little more even wear. And then I still have that darn leaking front differential that I've got to deal with, but that will be for another day. All right, guys, so just coming back to these numbers real quick. Again, this was the first day, or the first attempt that I when I took the truck in to get it aligned. As you can see, here was my starting point. Obviously, the toe and the camber and the steering were off, and we talked about these just a little bit ago, so I'm going through it real quick. This was the first time they aligned it. They were able to get everything in alignment except for the camber, and that's what we were talking about earlier. And then once the store manager called me and asked me to come back, this is where we ended up. So this is kind of the progression of the alignment. So you can see the camber on the bottom of the first page there is off. It's in the red. Come down here to the top of the second page. Again, the camber was off. This was the starting point of the second day. And then we come all the way down to the end point of the second day, and the guys were able to get the camber, the caster, the toe, the steering, and the total toe all in alignment. So everything is now good to go. That is going to end this video. As always, thank you for stopping by the channel. I appreciate your support. And again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you want to see more of Baby Nash. Guys, I appreciate you. Hope y'all have a happy, safe Christmas. Take care of each other, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.